Buxton Pavilion and very privileged to get a few words with comedian, actor and all-round nice guy Josh Widdicombe. Hi Josh, it's great to meet you.
It's lovely to meet you too. It's lovely to be here.
You're at the start of your Bit Much tour. Did you do any preview shows?
Yes, I've been previewing for quite a long time actually. I've done about a year's worth of gigs to warm up for this. And last night was my first kind of proper gig, so that was very nerve-wracking. But been around lots of kind of smaller theatres, and it's nice. The previews are fun because you can make mistakes, and then you get to Buxton and you've got to be good because people have paid proper money to see you.
Before becoming a comedian, you were a sports journalist for The Guardian. How did this lead to comedy?
I think it led to comedy because I was bad at it, and because I didn't like it very much, because I knew I was bad at it, and so I thought I need a way out. So there was no direct route in the sense that it led to it, but my unhappiness in my other career made me think I need to do something else, which led to me starting comedy. And it was a really nice job, but I knew I wasn't really very good at it. And it was good though, because it was the kind of thing where I was freelance, so I got to do it a bit while I was doing comedy. It was the kind of thing where I could just like kind of do it a couple of days a week, and they were very good about me doing comedy. So I'd recommend anyone to do that as a way in, or just start doing comedy. It's a quicker way in.
With your experience in the Guardian, is this how you came to be a contributor for the Dora the Explorer magazine?
Good question. No, it went the other way. I did Dora the Explorer first. I like the way that you've described me as a contributor to Dora the Explorer. Yeah, that gives me a lot more of a role than maybe I did have. I got that. That was my first job when I moved to London. I just needed a job, and I ended up getting a job at Dora the Explorer magazine. Little did I know that 15 years on, it would still be the thing that kind of everyone knows about me as what I did before comedy.
On the Graham Norton show, Mark Ruffalo made a jab at you. How did it feel actually being slammed by the Hulk?
I really liked it. He was a really nice man, Mark Ruffalo. He was so... Because those things are obviously terrifying. And he was so kind of... He was just a normal, warm bloke. And at the time, it didn't feel like a thing. It was a bit like Dora the Explorer in that sense. And but like everyone kind of brings it up all the time, and it's I'm so happy it happened, because now I'm not really into the Avengers. I've got no interest in it. But now whenever it comes up, and go, well, I'm the only person here who's been absolutely destroyed by the Hulk.
You've filmed 3 seasons of Josh. Is there a 4th on the horizon?
No, I'm afraid there isn't. I think we all kind of... Well, me and Tom, who wrote it, had babies, and we kind of wanted to do other things, and it was a big amount of effort, and I was really proud of it. But it kind of took half the year, every year for 3 years, and you can't do that if you want to do other things and keep your kind of life on track, I suppose. So I was really happy with 3 series, but that's how many we're doing.
What was it like working with Jack Dee? He seems more jolly than he does on stage.
He's so nice that he'd hate me to tell you that, but he's like one of the nicest people in comedy, and he's really kind and generous and a laugh, and genuinely he is. There's a lot, you know, when you first meet Jack Dee, obviously it's a bit scary because he's such a big name, but also he's so kind of famously grumpy, but actually he's one of the sweetest people in comedy, which I'm sure he would be distraught to hear.
Do you still get accused of being Anne Widdicombe's son?
Yeah, I do. I genuinely do. I met Anne Widdicombe, and she, when I walked in, the first thing she said was, I knew this day would come. And it was kind of a weird experience. The worst thing was that she was very nice, and obviously she's got some views I strongly disagree with. But yeah, I do. She's now moved to the village where I grew up in Devon as well, so it's further muddied the waters. But for clarification, it's spelt differently. We're not related. We could have a relationship.
You work a lot with James Acaster. Are you good friends?
Yes, we are. I just texted him because I saw a sign saying Buxton Pudding Emporium, and he's really into puddings, and I know he's coming to Buxton in about 3 weeks. So I suppose that shows the level of our friendship has got to that kind of boring level. He's a very nice man, and I'm proud to be his friend.
What do you do to relax?
Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to. What do I do to relax? I end up watching. If I have a night off, I only have really like 2 hours between my baby going to bed and me going to bed, because my bedtime is now about 9:30, which is pathetic. If you notice me flag during the show, it's because it's past my bedtime. I tend to just put something on the TV and then just look at my phone while pretending to watch the TV, which I know is bad, but just like looking at the Twitter and Instagram of people that annoy me generally. That's what I tend to do. I think like we all do.
A lot of people think that comedians are only successful or only good when they get on TV. How do you feel about this?
No, that's not true. I don't think at all. I think totally it's changing even more now because of the rise of kind of social media and the internet and like streaming services and stuff that mean that, you know, that it's meaning you don't necessarily have to, there's lots more routes opening up for comedians to do their own thing. And I think, I mean, if you're making a living as a comedian, that's an amazing thing to have achieved. That is a huge success. And like the amount of people I started with who, you know, who wanted to be comedians, and if you can take comedy and turn that into your job, that's an astonishingly lucky thing to get to do. So I'd consider anyone a success that can do that, except the people I hate.
Do you have plans for any more TV shows?
We're doing another, well, Last Leg is back in the end of October. The second series of Hypothetical we filmed, which was a lot of fun, and that's out in February. And then that's kind of the two TV shows that I'm doing at the moment. But that takes up a lot of my time, and then I'm touring. So at the moment, those are the two things I've got coming up.
I like to tell jokes. Can I tell a few of mine?
Yes. There's a lot of pressure here.
Never buy shoes off a drug dealer. I did. I've been tripping all day.
That is a good joke. This is a good joke. You're getting to perform that at Buxton Opera House as well.
My dog chases people on bikes. It got so bad I have to take the bike off him.
These are good jokes. Do you know what? When people say, "Can I tell you a joke?" You're like, "Oh God, this is going to be tense." But these are genuinely quality jokes. To be honest, are you coming to the show tonight? Yeah, well, I won't use them then. But if you weren't here, I would be. I would be stealing them.
I saw a transvestite wearing a miniskirt. I said that shows a lot of balls.
Yeah. All strong stuff. All strong stuff. And to be honest with you, if your first gig is in Buxton Opera House, you got to be pleased with that.
That's the end of the interview. Thank you for sparing your time.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure.